Welcome back to our part 2 on the checklist for wedding cake basket. If you didn't watch part 1 of this, please, I'm sharing the link below. Go watch and see what part 1 has when it comes to the checklist. And this one is the part 2 part of it as we finish when it comes about what is it that you need to carry when you're delivering your cake for your brides. Let's say we are doing the packaging of the cakes using the cake box. We always want to play safe. We always carry a masking tape. And along with the masking tape, we have the scissors. Now, professionalism is key in all of this. So when you're doing the mask, make sure you don't do this, even when it comes to your normal birthday cakes. So every way and all the time, just use a scissors. You have a clean cut and it looks like someone has really invested time even to cover this cake box. We assume our theme from all that we have, it was gold. We are having gold. And as it is, we garnish all our golds, let's say in one tier or even in the leaves of the flowers. So we always must have gold dust in liquid. So you can mix with, let's say, essences. You can mix with alcohol. That's always known all there. So we always have extra. There are some leaves, maybe when you're placing them on the cake, you touched somewhere, there's a fingerprint, there's a thumbprint. Maybe during transportation, it moved the size of the cake and there's something you see, it's not like done very well. We always carry a brush, extra brush, and just excess of the gold. So we just come and do the touch up on the ground when everything is set. This one is a must have in the box. It helps us a lot. And this is a client that has taken the whole package from you, because others stop at just the cake and we don't have the package because we're going far, we don't want to incur the transport and all that. But here we assume this cake is in Nakuru and we even if it's outside Nakuru, but they've taken a package. Now we must have a setup, and when you're using the knives, you can see we have sharp knives. For the knives, this one, mostly when you see the display, we don't display all the 4 knives, but we display 1 knife, and we also display the forks that we use. For the forks, we always work with four forks. This for the bride and the groom, this for the best couple. At least they feed each other there with the pieces of the cake that they have. Something else came to our attention mostly during especially the COVID. We always have disposable forks. There are some people who just want to pick with their fork. You just give them the fork. There are some people, they feel very comfortable when they are using their own forks. So we have disposable forks for them. They just cut, share their piece, and they just go, and we are all good. But some, if they okay to pick, then that's it. Give them provision for everything. Give them room so that they can enjoy the day. In any case, it's their day. You're only helping them to realize their dreams. Okay, so I will we display the 4 forks and one of the knives. The knives that is displayed there is the knives that give them that, we call it ishara. Your ishara to cut the cake. So it's also for them to give us that first instance to eat their cake, because they're the one who was, it's them who has cut the cake, and free for all of us now to share their cakes. So we have display for the 1 cake. They just cut the cake, feed themselves with the 4, and then that will be it. For the plates which are here, we always have, depending with the number, we can have a minimum of 4, can be 6, can be 8, but we must have the plates. So for the plates, at least they will cut and put on the plate, feed themselves, go to the parents, feed the bridegroom, and that is it. Besides this, now coming to our other extra knives. The knives will be displayed, but not in front of the cake. These knives can be just on the other side, the back side of the cakes. Because at times, you find you have a table that you don't have any room to put anything anywhere. So this has to be displayed very neatly, very clean, like it was purposed to be there. So besides the knives, because these are the knives that we use to cut now the cakes to the point that we give them to the bridegrooms for them to distribute to the guests. Besides the plates, we always have the trays. The trays are big enough. They carry lots of cakes in one trip. So we cut the cakes and distribute them using the tray. We cut them in the tray, give them to the bridegroom, and it's upon them to distribute to the guest there. So when you're giving the client the package, this is also a question that we receive a lot. Who does the cutting of the cake? Who does the talking of the cake? Who does the distribution about the cake? So for us as little hands, we only help in cutting the cake. That is the part of our package. We help in cutting the cake into the appropriate sizes that is needed, but we don't distribute the cakes to the guest. That is the work of the bridal team. Even with the men's team, they always help. They're always very handy to help. So when it comes to talking about the cake, I don't know how this cake was made, that is not part of us. This is family issues now. So they have their persons and they can talk. We only come in after the talk is finished. Yeah, we've received another bride, like we don't want anything to do with the talks. We just want, this is the cake, just come through, cut it, and that's it. So we respect that. We just come, it's the time for cake cutting. We are just there, we show them this is the cake, just cut it through, feed yourself, and the rest we distribute through your bride's team, and that will be it. Something else also not to forget to have in your basket, we have the serviettes. This way, just have yourself very presentable. The team can always take a serviette, cut themselves. You find they always there. Where's the serviette? Where's the serviette? As much as you have some placed on your bin or your tin or on your holder, you can have extra, even if it's a packet, just to be on the side. Really, they really use the serviettes, so make sure you have them. Don't forget, because they will ask you is the serviette and nothing is there. So something else, this is a client, still we are talking of a client that has given us a package. And when you're talking about what is in our basket when you are carrying for the wedding, please picture it also, what is it that we offer in the package when you are giving our brides. So be keen of two things you're learning on the same episode. So we also have the flutes. When you're doing the wine, this is a complimentary wine. So for the complimentary wine, we do non-alcoholic wine. Depends with the brand that is available at that time. This is Pure Heaven, this is Chamdor. There was a time there was no Chamdor in the market. Completely, it wasn't there, and you have weddings coming. So you could do the alternative, which are also very nice, because it's non-alcoholic, so it's a complimentary. You find another, the bride and the groom will ask you, this is a non-alcoholic, what if I want alcoholic wine? So it's okay, this is just a complimentary. But if you want the alcoholic, you just pay for it, we'll buy for you and bring it there. If you want to bring your own, also feel free to buy all that you want. We'll just display it there for you. Now, something else when it comes to non-alcoholic wine, the bottle now. There are some churches we've gone, there are some 2 weddings we've gone, the denominations are different here. So they're like, even if it's a non-alcoholic wine, we don't want to have the wine because of the perceived notion of it. So in these instances, you don't push so much, you give them an alternative. And an alternative here, we are doing the bottled juice. So you can have the whatever Del Monte, if it works for you, pick and peel, anything. They'll give you their preference and you just buy for them. So you don't have to give it a must. Something else about the non-alcoholic wine, it comes in white and in red. This one we got a tip from the photographer. So like when you're doing the complimentary, please do the red vis-a-vis the white. simply because when they're using the red and it's being shaken when they're taking the video, you can, and the photos, the red is always visible as compared to the white, because it's in, the sky is white and all that. So always go for red. This is a tip. Like we say, we share tips and hacks. So this one should help where it can. And for the floats, we always do 4. 2 for the bride and the groom and 2 for the best couple. So that's it. When you're doing the setup, see what is it that you want to complement. If you're having a tray, just have the tray the way it was. It's just a setup on its own. Another way you can do your setup when it comes to the wine, we have the wine stands. There's some clients who are very specific. Others say, I need the wine stand. Others do it your style. So there are some people who always don't use the wine stands and they just do without. So when you're doing with the wine stand, this is how your setup will be, or else no need to have it there. So this is how your setup will be for the wine on the wine stand. For the 2, definitely it's for the couple of the day. So it's for the bride and the groom. Then the best couple can have the ones that are on the side. That is just the setup when it comes to that. Something else, let's assume you're garnishing your wedding cakes with the flowers like we always do here with sugar flowers. When we leave the bakehouse, when the cakes are already stuck with the flowers, even if it's done, fully done, we always carry extra, just in case when the cake is already set and you just visualize it to the point that you feel you need to add extra flowers or leaves, you have them handy. Just not to regret, like I had flowers in the home, I would have done it better if I had more flowers. So just carry those extras. Even if you go back home with them, there's no problem about them. Something else, now that we are really creating memories for these clients, and as our tagline is baking you memories. We take all this time to create this cake. A wedding cake is very overwhelming when it comes to delivery, since from the baking, executing the design, putting the decors together, the flowers, all the techniques to marry each other is not a walk in the park. And when you're eating that wedding cake in a matter of less than half an hour, that story of the wedding cake is not there. What is it that this client have remained with is just the memories about all the cake, how it was beautiful and all that. So for us, our core is just to bake you memories. We'll be baking you memories and baking you memories. And this is the memory that you are baking for this bride and the groom. It's not ending there. We have other prospective brides and the grooms who are still at the congregation, who are still there as guests. Now, when it comes to little hands and when it comes to also your team and you're taking your wedding cakes there, just be branded somehow. That's why you find, you'll see we have t-shirts, we have shirts. I've seen so many bakers with very nice dresses. Just go there when you have something branded. This is a market platform for you. You've already baked for this bride and the groom. That is done. What is your prospect? The prospects are just within the congregation there. So have something branded. Let your brand identity speak for you. You have your t-shirts on. And something also we mentioned, we set up our cakes at 1 o'clock. But that cake will be cut at 5 p.m. in the evening or even up to 6, others even 7 p.m. So it also gets very, very cold. This is also another opportunity to have that hood branded in your name. For us, we always have the hood which are branded Little Hands Bakehouse. When it's raining, even when it's not raining, make sure you just have an umbrella for yourself, umbrella for your bakehouse, Little Hands Bakehouse. It's raining and your umbrella is up there. You're selling yourself, you're selling your brand out there. And when the setup is already done, also when it comes to branding and selling, make sure you carry your business cards. Just have their inner note, just have the business cards over there when the clients are coming. Prospective clients, when they come, who did the wedding cake? Can I get the number? You don't have to like use the phone, and just carry your card and go. We've received so many. We've done other cakes just from the cakes that other brides were there, prospective brides. So everything just sells. It doesn't end there. We have prospective clients. up to that point. And if you learned anything about the wedding cakes, let us know what is it that you want us to tackle when it comes with the wedding cake. Anything to do with your questions. Like we always say, with 47 wedding cakes in a span of 3 years, it means we have wealth of knowledge with experience, and we are able to share them with you to the best that we can. And this is just 47 and we are still counting. Baking memories is all that we are looking for here. Let us know what is it that you learned here, what is it that you want to learn here, what is it that you want us to tackle here. And please subscribe to our channel for more of this video. And I'm hoping after watching this video, at least you're different and you can handle your client very well when it comes to giving them the package, and you're very equipped what is it that you need to carry when you're taking that cake for the setup from your cake houses. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye.